hop on the trailer train here.
Yep.
All right, Q. So what do you want to talk about first, Andrew?
I don't even want to get Star Wars out of the way. I'd say
Sure.
it's like the least big one. I'd say. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're the of the two of us. You're definitely the more resident Star Wars guy. Well, I like Star Wars. I don't get me wrong. I really like Star Wars, but definitely the
I've
more.
wasted more time than you on Star
Yeah,
Wars. There
yeah,
you
yeah. Especially the animated stuff. I don't. I'm
go.
not like. So, what'd you think? We're talking about what's it called? Tales of the Underworld. So they did the
Yeah.
Jedi one, and then they did what is it? Sith, and then they
Yeah,
did
I don't. They still call it Tales? They still called it Tales of the
Empire.
Jedi,
Tales of
right?
the Empire.
Oh,
They call,
Empire,
and
right?
then this one's Tales of the Underworld. So I guess this is others than them.
Those two people they showed were Asajj Ventress and I'm actually forgetting his name. Do you know it? The bounty hunter guy. He was in Boba Fett. Uh, the alien one.
Oh,
And
Cad Bane.
yes, a fan favorite character that they just totally ruined in that show. Um,
Yeah.
Hopefully this gives him some redemption because he's a really cool character. Um, so I like both of the characters. So I'm excited. They never really said what happened to Asajj Ventress, so I guess this will give us some snippets of what happened. Um,
Well, I mean, she's alive, so maybe they'll bring her back somehow later.
yeah, honestly, like that's cool that they if they would do that, but I don't know what I've gotten from like Ahsoka and the Rebel cast. I'm just like it's not bad, but it's just like you know my expectations were higher and they did not get met. So
Did you ever watch the Tales of the Empire?
I don't know if I did, to be
I
honest.
didn't.
Who was in it?
That was the one they picked. Her name was like Morgan or something. That lady who was in So
Oh,
that was lame.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
there's somebody else that was interesting that I don't remember.
Okay, the
It was like
interesting one you don't remember. Okay,
it was.
maybe we give that a watch when this one comes out. Maybe we watch all of it,
Yeah, maybe
the Empire and the Underworld.
Tales of the Empire. Did you think
Um,
it looked good?
yeah, I think all the animation looks good. I don't know how I feel about like Saj Ventress with hair, but I mean it makes sense. But um, it's not just that she has hair; it's kind of like a goofy looking hairstyle. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I think the
It,
animation always looks good.
yeah, Morgan Elsbeth Barris Ophi.
Oh, yeah. No wonder we didn't watch it. Yeah, she's a character from Clone Wars that was a turned Jedi.
Yeah.
That basically the reason wasn't. I guess she was the reason Ahsoka got thrown out of the not the council, the Jedi Order. But I don't even remember it. She's in a couple episodes. Yeah, she turns to the dark side. I guess. If she's Empire, but
Was a Jedi Knight that fell to the dark side during the Clone Wars and was an Inquisitor of the Galactic Empire. Blah, 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 blah.
oh, I didn't realize she was an Inquisitor. Maybe
Padawan
we'll have to
of
give that a watch. Yeah.
Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. To bonded, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. But it looks like they're connecting. Maybe she was an Inquisitor in that show.
What show?
the Tales of the Empire, Barris Ophi there.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That's very
Yeah,
possible. I just remember liking the Tales of the Jedi. I liked the Dooku one. The stuff about Dooku was interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I thought that was actually really good. I was like, and that connected with the prequels and specifically the first movie, which I liked. So
I'm
with
gonna assume you
Qui
don't
Gon,
have a release date on this off the
the
top of your
Tales of
head.
the Empire. Um,
No, that's already out.
yeah,
The
Tales of the
Underworld one.
Empire is out. Underworld. Tales of the Underworld.
I think we watch all 4 episodes or series, whatever they have, 2 episodes. I don't know, and give it some kind of review. Maybe make a separate video.
I believe that it is 6 episodes, just like the other two were. There's like 3 of each one. Yeah, 6. And it is coming out. Well, it's April right now. So what? And it's coming out relatively soon. When do you think it's coming out?
May the 4th.
There you go. That's correct. May the 4th.
Nice, nice.
Um, so, yes, Star Wars Day, there'll be that. I don't know if anyone cares, but it'll be out.
We can watch on Star Wars Day. We're huge Star Wars fans.
I do like
Woo!
Star Wars, but I wish they were doing more Tales of the Jedi, to be honest. I don't really care about any of these characters. I can see why I didn't watch the Tales of the Empire.
It depends on what they do with them, because they're all kind of like cliffhangery, what happened to them kind of people. So they might have taken them in an interesting direction.
Possibly. Um, Now, Asajj is definitely a character that is interesting. That if they did bring her into live action, actually probably would be cool. But if it's anything like Cad Bane, they'd mess it up. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, nah, just give me the tails, and I'll be good.
Basically, what's his name's characters? Pretty much all everything since the Jedi has been what's his name's characters.
Cowboy Hat Man.
Cowboy Hat Man.
I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm blanking on everyone's name today.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't Filoni. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filoni.
Do you know he worked on the original Avatar?
Which Avatar?
Like Avatar the Airbender? Last
Yeah.
Airbender. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an animation guy through and through. That's
Yeah.
why he needs to stay away from the live action.
Fair.
Yeah, stick to animation. Stick to what you got. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not like I don't care that much, but I have only hope for that one character.
I think he's good as the idea guy. Have someone else direct. That's.
I actually think it's the opposite. I don't think he should be the idea guy because he will just shoehorn his characters in. I think he actually makes it worse.
I guess. I mean, you said you like the Dooku one. Like
I would say,
he's
but
the
I don't
creator
think
behind that.
I don't think he wrote that though. I think
Oh.
he's like, hey, you should do Dooku, but I don't think he was like, here's the story. I could be wrong, but I
see
don't.
what you're saying. Yeah.
But yeah, I think he could be. Here's the idea, but I don't think he should like fully write it.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's next? Let's talk about M3GAN 2.0, or a remake of Terminator 2, because that's what this movie is. But really goofy.
It kind of is, yeah.
I mean, the villain from the first one comes back to take on a stronger version of that character, basically the stronger version.
Yeah, I like how it was supposed to be kind of horror in the first one. And this is like not even horror anymore. This is like comedy action or something. It's completely
I don't know.
moved away. Yeah.
You know what's funny is it makes me much more interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't mind the first movie. I didn't think it was horrible or anything. It was kind of weird and creepy and over the top, which I don't mind. To be honest with you, I think this looks goofy and weird and over the top. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they gave her kind of an upgrade because the girl who does the the body double for her, the dancer girl, whatever, she's older now, so they just worked it into the story, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, so that makes sense. That's a good idea. So you can continue to have her, and the cast is coming back from the first one, who I thought were actually pretty good. Um, I think this movie could do well. It's kind of leaning in full force into the campiness. I think, uh, like, I remember seeing, I didn't see the first one, but I saw the second Happy Death Day. It was called like Happy Death Day to You. And that movie was, it's supposed to be horror, but it was straight up like a science fiction movie. And I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of what I'm feeling with this one. It's just kind of like leaning, not going kind of away from the horror bit of it to just like this weird comedy sci-fi thing that they're doing. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't mind it, to be honest. So
Yeah, I guess we'll see. The only thing I'll say is when they had she's older now, like the face on her, because it's a CG face or something, right?
I think it's a mask. I think it's an actual mask. I could be wrong. Like one
In
of those
one
like,
shot, it looked really weird and it didn't look like a mask. I don't know. It looked like some
oh, are you talking
CGA.
about the new, like the current, like the Megan, or like the
I'm
new
talking about
thing?
Megan.
Okay.
The new person's just a whole person, right?
I don't know.
It just looked like a person to me, but
Well, they
yeah.
have you ever seen those masks where it's like a literal like face and it's like very
Hmm.
like realistic looking? That's what I think it is, but I could be wrong.
I don't. In the one shot I'm talking about, I don't think it was. But,
Oh, okay.
anyways, that was my only concern.
And it looks kind of funky.
Yeah.
All right. Um. All right. Let's talk about Tron Ares. The Tron
Hmm.
stuff looks cool.
Yeah. It kind of, to me, it looks kind of the same. I don't know. It's like we made all these advancements in like CGI and whatnot, and then like the last 10 years, like we forgot how to use it or something. Like we peaked at Pirates of the Caribbean for some reason, and then they're just like, nah, don't give anyone any time other than James Cameron. And that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I Nobody asked for this movie.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, no one was going. You know what? I can't wait for another Tron. So I don't know. I don't know why they made this. Jared Leto's the lead. That doesn't get me excited.
It doesn't get
Uh,
me excited that they're in the real world either. That doesn't excite me at
I
all.
mean, I thought it looked kind of cool when they were like flying or whatever. But first of all, this is like a teaser. I mean, there wasn't really that much to it.
Yeah.
I like Greta
We have no
Lee.
idea what the story is.
Um, yeah, it's just that they're coming out of the Tron world. You hear Jeff Bridges' voice. They don't show Jeff Bridges. Um, and Jeff
That
Bridges
big
really isn't doing a lot
robot
of
thing
stuff. Yeah,
looks goofy to me. I was just like, what? Really?
yeah. I don't know. We don't know too much right now about it, and still not that much about it. I mean, there's probably more when they talked about it at CinemaCon. We didn't. They didn't. They just talked to them
Mm-hmm.
there. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I have no. I have no expectations for this movie. It just looks like Tron to me. Um, but I wasn't like geeked about them making one anyway. So
If anything comes out of this movie that is good, I think Nine Inch Nails will do a good
Oh
soundtrack.
yeah, yeah.
I'm excited for that.
The music did sound pretty good. That's true. I like Nine Inch Nails. I just, well, I think it was Daft Punk that did the music for
Yeah,
the last one, and they've retired. So, Nine
yeah.
Inch Nails is just the same. They do, they already do scores. The Atticus, whatever his name is, and the
Hmm.
Trent Reznor and stuff. Like they already do scores. They've done the Spider Man, the animated Spider Man ones. Like they've already done the scores, so we know that they make good scores. They get nominated for score like Oscars like for the last like 5 years. So they could do good scores. It's just so that having them is cool, but I mean we already knew they can do a good score.
Yeah, I mean, I still listen to Tron music from the original one from
Yeah.
Daft Punk, so that's why I'm excited about it. But other than that,
The second one, but
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, this one. I mean, they're actually saying Nine Inch Nails. They're not saying the names, even though it's the same guys. But um, yeah, they're just trying to make it look cool and stuff. I'm, I'm fine with that, but it doesn't change
Hmm.
how I feel about the movie. I mean, it can sound great and be a boring movie. Um, so yeah, so we'll see how that goes. All right. Well, speaking of good music, we got our look at Superman there. Um, so they did a nice little look at Superman for CinemaCon, and they put it in front of Minecraft. Um, so we got basically the extended version of him falling into the snow there with Crypto picking him up.
Yeah, it's like just like an extended look of that scene. That's
Yep.
really all it was. Yeah.
So we got to see the Fortress of Solitude. Crypto being a dog. He, you know, uh, we saw some robots.
Yep.
Um, I liked seeing it in the theater. I think
Yeah.
it really does a different. Basically this trailer was already seen, and I saw it at home, and then seeing it in the theater, it really makes a difference with the music and everything. Uh, the Superman theme is great, and they're using it. So um, I don't know. He looks like Superman to me. I'm hoping. I mean, it's keeping the James Gunn kind of comedic edge to his. Even though he's all beat up and stuff, and the robots were kind of goofy and funny and stuff, and I mean, I like all that. It keeps the Guardians kind of feeling to it. Um, I think it just doesn't get too dark or anything. So I'm actually kind of happy that I have that. I still don't love that. Like this is still what we're seeing is him being like beaten up. Like that's.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, not only are we getting that, it's just a prolonged version of that too, and the dog's just like
Yeah. You know,
jumping on him.
you got some Vader breathing there. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it is kind of Vader breathing, isn't it? Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I think the Fortress of Solitude looked pretty cool, but I mean, I was like kind
Yeah.
of the
It always
aesthetic
looked
of that.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it looks a little more sci-fi
Yeah.
almost.
Hmm.
I like that personally, but
Well, that's. I
lots of
mean,
people don't like that.
I think James Gunn definitely likes that. He's definitely going more into the alien kind of. Um, I think he was thinking more like Star Wars with like a C-3PO type thing. But
Mm,
I was feeling more Power Rangers with the
mm,
with like Alpha 5. That's what I
mm,
got. But yeah, I think he definitely likes that like kind of 60s space robot, guy in a suit look. kind of thing. Um, and he definitely went with the old school like Superman look and everything. So he definitely likes the classic kind of retro future kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He likes that. So I think he's keeping that with Superman. And I think having Superman being quasi retro works because that's where Superman is from, right? So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to see the movie, obviously. Definitely will want to see it in a nice big screen. And that IMAX will be fixed up by me by then. So that's all good. Hopefully, it'll sound great and look good. I'll definitely be there for Superman. Obviously, I like Superman anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, right. Let's talk about the Naked Gun.
Yeah,
Um,
pretty short trailer, but
yeah, it's definitely a teaser. Um, the jokes were funny. Um, I'm hoping these aren't all the funny jokes in the movie.
yeah, I'm not like super sold yet, but I mean, it looks good.
So it's the director, one of the guys from the Lonely Island, who directed Hot Rod and stuff like that. I mean, I like those movies. Uh, Lonely Island guys, Seth MacFarlane's producing. Um, Liam Neeson is funny in this so far. Um, I mean, he's definitely can play it straight. Uh, I like Paul Walter Hauser, um, who's his like sidekick in this movie. Uh, didn't get did we get any? No, no Pam Anderson in this trailer. But she's like the love interest for him. Um, so she's kind of having her little resurgence here. Um, I think comedies are going to do a little bit better this year. It looks like we're going to have a few good comedies, so that's good. Um, I like being able to go and seeing it, going to see a new comedy. Um, and I thought Minecraft was kind of funny. So I mean, I would consider that a comedy. So, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're definitely getting some more comedies this year, and then parody comedies I've always liked, like Airplane and The Naked Gun and Scary Movie and stuff. Seems to be. Hopefully, we'll get good good versions of that. Um, and I think this movie looks pretty good. Him, uh, his face on a little girl's body was pretty funny. I have to say. Uh, definitely gonna be one of those lots of joke, heavy joke movie, and
Yeah, I
uh,
I just don't know if it's gonna work on me. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, I mean, I think you have to be receptive to that kind of movie. It's definitely a feel, you know, a tone the whole time, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
have to
Yeah,
be ready for that or whatever. So
I there's a good balance and a bad balance to it. I mean, that's the reason why you have such, like good ones like Austin Powers or something, and then the lower half, there's some really bad ones. I won't go into them, but I mean, like Dragonfly or something like that, where it's like a spoof movie.
I don't even know what that is.
It has Drake Bell.
Oh, that was called a superhero movie.
Oh, it's called a superhero movie.
Yeah, and he was like a
Dragonfly,
dragonfly, I
whatever.
think.
Yeah, yeah.
I never
But
saw it.
it was really bad.
Meet the
But it has the
Spartans.
same. Yeah, so it can range. So hopefully, this is on the higher end.
I can only hope. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I'm definitely down. I was down for the premise anyway before anything. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And yeah, we can only hope it's a good one. All right. So that's all the trailers for this week. I mean, there was smaller trailers, but and there was like second or third trailers for movies. I mean, like The Accountant or whatever, but The Accountant comes out in like 2 weeks. There's just like no reason to talk about them, and also I don't really want to get spoiled on things.
I
You
agree.
know?
Yeah.
So, um, and I only have the bandwidth for 1 or 2 horror movies every once in a while. So,
Thank you so much for watching part of the Daniel and Andrew Show. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a notification of a brand new video. If you don't like looking at our faces, no problem. There's always a full audio version of the podcast wherever you find your podcast. Thanks, and enjoy.